Blues Matters at Chicago Blues Festival again. And here with us, we have Ronnie Baker Brooks and Mud Morganfield.
Thank you for having us.
Where do you see the future of the blues going? You were talking about youngsters coming through.
Well, I see a lot of more younger African Americans playing the blues now than I did ever since I began. Because at one time, for my generation, it was only a few. So I could see more of that, nourishing more of that, and hopefully taking it to the younger audience. Because a lot of the people that come from our dad generations are older, and most of them probably passed on, and the audiences have gotten older, whereas we got the younger generation. Hopefully they can bring a younger generation to support the blues.
Yeah, either they're stuck in rap.
That too.
Either they're stuck in rap and, the blues is fading. Old people, they don't realize that it's the roots. As Ronnie and Philly Branch would say, that the blues is the roots and the rest is the fruits.
That's right. The roots are free.
Everything comes in the blues.
That's right.
You want everything.
Yeah.
And how do you get young people involved in the blues? How do you change that mindset?
Well, me, I couldn't play cello long time. Stack music. So even though I have a legacy with my dad, I still try to add taste, which is sometimes they call real rhythm blues. I mean, it's a great traditional blues. One round, same way. I try to add a little of all genres for something for Ed. Even a couple of ballads I got in there. I try to please everybody, So maybe that danceable stuff would play in them.
You even did a gospel track.
Yeah, I did it. My gospel run in March 2nd. So when we were told that she wasn't going to make it long, I began to write a tribute song to her, which would be on that You Got Melissa. And we also did a sort of kind of gospel funky. Yeah, it's called Praising by Mud Morganfield. Yeah, nice.
And when you're writing in general, both of you, what comes first, the lyric or the melody, or it can be anything?
For me, it comes various ways. Sometimes I get a guitar riff, because I'm a guitar player. And I was like, wait a minute, let me record that. Yeah. Or I get a lyric, I might be talking to Mud, and we can say something like, hey, that sounds like a song. And I go on to work with it. I work with it from there. And sometimes a melody comes to me. Like a lot of times when I'm driving, or something like that on the road, a melody might come to me, and I hum it and put it in the song, I record it, and come back to it, and I try to build it like a house, stuff. Yeah.
Songwriting.
Yeah. But sometimes they come all at once.
You get that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have that.
I get pieces.
Yeah.
Always get pieces.
Yeah.
And then I build from the pieces.
Right. Yeah.
I never get the whole lot.
I have it, man. It can't kill it. I have a song called "I Will See You Again."
The whole thing came.
Yes. And you can play this for you, Mother. It might be healing for you, brother. From the music, Mother. Give you my condolences.
Yeah.
But I got a song called "I'll See You Again." I played it for my mom and her funeral.
Okay.
Albert Collins is one of my greatest heroes. I always say my father, Ronnie Brooks, started the fire for my career. Albert Collins threw gas on it, and Coco Taylor put it on the grill. So Albert passed away, and I went to the funeral with my dad, and I couldn't cry. I was just numb.
Wow.
When I came home from Vegas, they buried him in Vegas.
Yeah.
I came home, and I just laid in the bed and just stopped playing this melody, and all of a sudden the words stopped coming out.
Wow.
How would you record it? Absolutely. And I got the song all at once.
Absolutely. Recorded.
It's on my first record, Gold Digger record.
But
Yeah, it's called I'll See You Again. So sometimes it comes like that. I feel blessed to get that.
Yeah,
Good.
good. Because I get it in pieces of this, and I like it like that.
Yeah.
Because it makes sure I don't, have just a song with that, very white, a little lemon fishes, white as screen.
Yeah.
I want to be something
Thought out.
totally, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We all got the blues in some kind of way, but I just, I'm real particular about writing songs that sound like a previous song. That's my biggest.
Yeah.
I don't want no song I write or do sound like a older song out there. Gotta be original.
That's tough. That's on you.
It's tough. But I'm on the outside. I'm on the inside now. But for me, I haven't got there yet. But somebody may say, well, no, do something. It may be, but my intention is, all right, to make for sure, write out something different every time.
That's right. Yeah.
So when you were young, what was your impression of the blues? I mean, your father was singing.
I'm from ABC. It's 1, 2, 3. I was just telling the audience that I had 2 of my daughters and I told don't tell them. They from Billy White. And my daughters, they fell out there, they're like, damn, but it's true. You know what I mean? So we're about to Catholic was here for It's okay.
Hey man, I believe I was conceived on Rock Me Baby by B.B. King.
Hey, listen, Barry White is my favorite artist of all times.
Barry White.
I can't say my dad because, Ronnie, we weren't brought up in that time.
Where they come from?
Plantation, right? And so we were brought up in a whole different time.
Yeah.
So when they had her, we still had her, but we were much easier.
They paved the way.
They paved the way, man. So peer pressure, Gary Lee George, the Funkadelics. Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Just to name a couple,
I got a question for him. What brought you back to the blues?
Getting the blues. That's easy. That's a hard. That's easy.
I'm saying, what made you want to do it as a career? Like, was it the timing?
I'll tell you what made me do it. And I'm just gonna make me chill because it was not emotional to me because it was about my movie. We were watching a television program. We heard it was coming on. It was a tribute to my dad, which Dr. John, the guy, we had Brother Bill. You saw it?
I remember.
It was a big show coming on, and they was talking, and we was sitting there, and we thought that somebody was going to mention me. Right. Love it. And my mom sat there and watched it. And I just so hurt, I just walked off, but she was even watching the critics. Trying to see if it was a mention of me. And I vowed to her. She was even cheering. I thought, I you mom, for this day forward, it mentioned, there you go. And we started my career. There you go. Great. You go. Yeah.
What is it like being in a family of wonderful musicians and continuing that on? How does that feel for you, bringing a legacy?
It was tough. I'm blessed, first of all, to have Ronnie Brooks as my dad, and I would never change.
He didn't have no choice.
It didn't have no choice. You're right. It wasn't my fault.
What's my fault? We was married for these great legends.
Yes. But what I was going to say is the tough part of being the son of a legend like that is the pressure, the expectation, and creating your own identity. Because forever, as long as I'm on this earth, and as long as we're on this earth, we're going to be the son. He's going to be the son of Ronnie Waters. I'm going to be the son of Ronnie Brooks. Yeah. But my father early on taught me and my brother Wayne Baker Brooks, to write your own songs, try to create your own identity. And the only way you can do that at an early age, or at that time for us, was writing your story, writing your songs about what you're dealing with, or because like Mud said, we can't sing about this stuff. I mean, I feel it, I feel it in my bones, but I can't be authentic to it like they were because they lived it. So I have to tell the story about what I have been through and what I can relate to as far as my story. And that pressure of living up to being the son of was very difficult at the beginning because that was an expectation, and I never wanted to let my father down.
I wish I could have been there lucky.
Yeah, we had two different stories.
They almost looked for me to do what I do. So
Yeah,
it's a double edged sword.
yeah,
For me. And been abroad singing and step out singing some of Dad's songs, and when I'm in the commission, I do more job. Do let me know.
Yeah.
I'm actually to do. So I'm coming to you. And a lot of people say, well, you know, we heard everybody once, okay.
yeah.
But at an early age, I tried to sing like Tyrone Williams.
Mm.
I tried to sing like Johnny Taylor, and it all came out like supposed to do.
Gotta do it, man. Is it your DNA? Is it your DNA? Is it your DNA?
What was I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, I was actually born in the blues. I didn't understand that until it's still like that road. People born in the blues.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, I was 4 or 5 years old, I had to tap on my bed with music to put me to sleep. I couldn't just fall asleep. I had music running through me.
Yes. Yes.
From day one, I was born in the blues. And I couldn't go to sleep till I tap out some stuff on the side of my ears.
Right.
That was my lullaby.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't stand on.
Yeah.
I put myself to sleep.
And how has it affected your own mental health, shall we say?
I'm sorry.
Going through being the son of a legend, how does that affect your own well-being? I mean, you're saying,
Yeah.
Like he said, I think it's a double-edged sword here because
Absolutely.
but I'm learning now, Mud. I'm learning now to embrace the other end of the sword that used to hurt me. Like I gotta be different. I gotta prove my own identity. And once my father passed, who else is gonna represent me?
Absolutely.
Now I can't sing like my dad or perform like my dad or play or whatever, but I can do it with the same spirit. Probably me and my brother probably can do it closer than anyone that he can.
Absolutely.
Than anyone else like he did, So I embrace that now. Where at first, when he was alive and I was on stage with him or touring with him or whatever, it was like, whoa, it's like a ceiling. I kept hitting my head on it, I was like, dang. And it was frustrating. And one night in Los Angeles, I was a teenager. I was playing with my father and on stage, making frown, messing up, and trying to live up to this expectation. Albert Collins was in the audience.
Wow.
Albert pulled me to the side after the show. Come here, man. He said, man, I saw you. You could play, but you up there frowning. You ain't gonna be Lonnie Brooks. You ain't gonna be me. You take what we have that you like and you make it you. You killing your own vibe up there by frowning.
Really?
You killing your own vibe. So I make mistakes. I smile. Just smile like you meant to do.
You're a fantastic performer.
Man, when he told me that, it took bricks off me, man. Yeah. That's why he's so important to me.
Okay.
It took bricks off me.
Yeah.
Have
you ever saw shows? Have you ever saw a show?
yeah.
He's a freaking fan. He's off the chain down.
Did you just see his show?
Because that's what it was. When you see Ronnie, you see the onions. He made favors there. When you see Ronnie, we went on a cruise together a couple times. And this guy he almost made jump overboard in the water.
But I'll tell you, man, we did a tour together about 10 years ago. The Big Head Todd, the Monsters, Billy Branch, and Eric Brown.
Yeah.
It was one of the best tours of my life, man. Being with this cat.
Talking to Billy out there.
Yeah.
Man, let's say, Snake was in it.
Yeah. First class, everything. Everything was first class. And to be with him every night performing, man, it turned into a thing, man.
They like jokes and don't listen.
They joking on this shit all the time. Tripping me, put your dances in, doing the four corners and all that. I cannot even go to speak. That's Billy Brooks.
Then he had Billy out there doing the moonwalk.
Oh, yeah. We had a good time. We were chin out there in her house. He couldn't moonwalk. But, he always on it. And he okay, look, you think I can't do it? And then he got so he started bringing Billy down. He swung right over the floor and he would start sliding backwards. And the crowd was crazy.
Man, we had a good time, man.
Yeah.
And when I hear his voice, of course, nobody gonna be Muddy Waters.
Absolutely.
Nobody, but who's gonna be closer than him?
I represent that.
Man, I'm telling you, we was in the studio, he was hitting that man. I'm like, oh man, ooh, I felt your dad's spirit.
I represent that.
Yeah.
It's what I do.
I embrace it, man. I embrace representing my dad's day.
I love blues and blues is in my DNA.
There you go. Amen.
That's rhymes in the album.
Yeah. I want a song of the year.
What?
Yes. That song.
I saw that.
Losing my DNA. Yeah.
How does that feel for you? What does success mean for the pair of you? I mean,
Well, to be honest with you, for me, looking back now, the success was being able to be on stage with Dad, be on stage with Coco Taylor. Those awards, nobody can get no more. You know, these awards, if we bless, we can get them again. Hopefully, that's great. I don't build myself on that because that's an immediate letdown. Because now you're living up to something that's others have control over, and that's their choice. It's great to be recognized amongst your peers.
Absolutely.
But like going on tour with this cat, with Billy Branch and all that, man. That's a thrill for me.
That was really nice.
It was a thrill. So it's great to be recognized for your work or whatever, but I've lost more than I won.
True together with a bunch of members that you care about is probably one of the most exciting things you can do. Where it's no big you mean.
yeah.
There's no tug of war over nothing.
Yeah.
There's no animosity.
Yeah.
It's just love.
And the blues.
And the blues.
Happy music. Yeah.
And the connection with listeners and the audience.
Yeah.
Yes. How could you lose? Right, Billy Branch, me, Eric Ronnie, Great Legacy. What's
Todd. Did she
got
Todd Eric?
Yeah.
She's out in Denver.
Out of Denver. Big Ed Todd, Jeremy.
Jeremy, yeah.
And the band. I mean, man, listen, it's no joke here.
Yeah. Rob, Brian, Big Todd.
Trust me. You don't joke, man. That's real deal.
Yeah.
What about your touring life? Do you enjoy the touring life? So?
You enjoy the tour life?
I love it. I like it. But like Ronnie, that tour we did with the entire monster was the best tour I'd ever been on my life.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, where I didn't even know, I've been calling again. Can we go on another one? Take you with you. Yeah, when you go on. I'll open for you. You know what I'm saying? Right. I mean, it was Buddy Guy tour, Billy King tour. Man, we got a great time.
It was.
Great.
Any stories from a BP Ken too?
I have. Well, I've been blessed to be on the tour with BB. And I was playing behind my dad, Coco Taylor, and Junior Wells. We were called the Alligator All-Stars.
He was jurisdiction, man.
Yeah.
This was 30 years ago. Yeah, it's over 30 years ago. Over 30 years ago.
Well, you know he was 16, right?
Sweet 16. And man, we were that group, Alligator All-Stars, and then it was Buddy Guy, and then it was Eric Johnson out of Austin, Texas, and then it was BB. We did about 52 dates around the country.
Wow.
Night in and night out. It was like a master class for me. I would be on the side of the stage like this, watching everybody like a hawk. And one of the most profound memories I've gotten from that tour, of many, but one that sticks up top a little bit for me was one night we were in Miami, and I'm on the side. Now, every night I'm on the side watching BB, Buddy, everybody. And after our set, I'm watching everyone. We got to Miami. At the end of BB's set, they saying, ladies and gentlemen, how about, BB walk around shaking hands or giving out gifts or whatever. And he turned around and he was walking to the dressing room. There's thousands of people out there. And he see me. He said, come here. He puts his arm around me. We walk, it's like a movie, man. He puts his arm around me. We walking down. The people's looking at this. They can see us. They still holler, BB King. But he walking off the stage hugging me. He said, man, I wish I had something like this when I was your age. Learn everything you can from all of us. But I want you to know something. Your father is just as good as me or better. We just got different styles.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what we always say.
Man, to hear the king. Now, this man, my father called the king.
Yeah.
My dad would say, this man inspired me for him to bring himself to human and say, because he saw my passion in looking at him every night, but he didn't want me to think more of him than my father.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I was floating, man. And I immediately ran and told Dad. And Dad was like, he said that? I said, yeah.
You've been around a lot of places, right? God can do it to you. And it to us.
Yeah. Us. That's what I'm about to say. They did that to us.
Yeah. Have you had moments like that?
Me?
Yeah.
No, with BB, no, I only met BB at my dad's funeral, sad to say, but I was pretty much here. I never had a chance to drill with anything like that. And gave ride to the cemetery where I got in on some kid folks' car and got there. But yeah, got all these kind of like that. Well.
What about advice? What's the best advice you've had in your musical?
For me, it's the most advice I have for, but I only have some advice for up and coming young players. And my advice to them is don't believe the hype. Please do not believe that you need a drink or smoke or anything to make you sound better. You just need what God gave you. Do not fall for the trap.
This day and age with the social media.
With anybody, I'm just hoping that they hear me and Ronnie Baker Brooks talking and know that neither one of us practice getting high, walk down the stage, thinking that we sound better. Because it would eyeball. You're going to destroy yourself in the end.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, my advice would be do your homework.
Indeed.
Like my dad, you tell me, okay, because at one time I was crazy about Stevie Ray Vaughan, still is. But I was like, Stevie Ray Vaughan brought a new energy to the group at one time when he came out. Him and Robbie Reay. They brought a new energy to the blues that I can relate to a little closer than my dad and them, because my dad, it was an age difference.
Yeah.
And I grew up playing around with my dad's friends and people like the first song, Wayne Bennett, that played guitar with Bobby Bland, taught me how to play Hideaway by Freddie King. So I've been around a lot of my dad's friends older. And when I saw Stevie and Robert, it was a more closer age, difference. And my dad would say, I was into Stevie big. He's like, okay, I like that, man. You're doing it, but find out where Stevie got it from.
Yeah.
Albert King. Find out where Albert King got it from. Dig deeper. So I suggest do that. Like Mud said, keep your nose and head clean, man. Take care of business. It's show business. And try to leave the music better than you found it.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.